Hey guys, welcome to episode number 583. Today is Monday, so it's Update Monday, and we've driven all the way into Boston. The port of Boston is behind me. You can see the New England Aquarium there and the IMAX Theater here. We are at the Harborside Learning Lab, which is right behind me, and it is home to the Boston Aquarium Society's spring auction. We've got some cool fish and some cool plants to look at tonight. I brought some stuff to sell. Hopefully I'll be able to pick up a few things as well. So before we get into the building and into the auction, make sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you want to help support this channel, you can always go check out myaquariumbox.com and betaoasis.com. All right guys, let's head into the auction and see what we can find. So come along with me and learn how to be a better aquarist.
Oh, 28, 29, 29, look at 30, 29, how many are there? 5, 29 going once, twice sold, $29.
Number 109. 8 albino bristlenose, blue-eyed strain. About an inch, about almost 2 inches.
Inch and a half. The blue-eyed strain start at $5 for 8 of the blue-eyed strain albino and citrus. 5 looking for 6, 5 looking for 6. 6 looking for 7, 7 looking for 8, 7 looking for 8. 8, 9 looking for 10, 9 looking for 10. 10 looking for 11. 11 looking for 12, 11 looking for 12. 11 going once. 12, 13 looking for 14, 13 going once. Twice, sold, $13.
Okay, we got number 67. Mystery snails. We got a bunch of escargot here.
$3, start $3 for the mystery snails, $3. It's the minimum bid. 3, 4 looking for 5, 4 looking for 5, 4 going once, twice sold, $4.
like
Reaganite, real
looks like we
nice.
got 6 of them. They're rather colorful. About 2.5, 3 inches.
I'll start at $5. They're nice. $5 for the Reaganite. 5. Anybody 6? 6? 6. 6 looking for 7. 6 looking for 7. 7. 7 looking for 8. 7 looking for 8. 8 looking for 9. 8 looking for 9. I'll go 9. 9 looking for 10. 9 looking for 10. Come on, Roger. Huh? $10? No, I'm not gonna bid anymore. Sure? No?
It's like you'll get some babies from you in the fall.
$9 going once. Anybody want this bag for 10? 9 going once, twice, gold.
Who's GJ?
3 looking for 4. 3 looking for 4.
They cost more than a 10.
Yeah. 4 looking for 5. 4 looking for 5.
Last cover.
5. 5 looking for 6. 6. 7. 6 in the back. 7. $6 looking for 7. 6 going once. Twice. Sold. $6. Wow.
Okay, we got lot 201, 2 silver angels.
$3 for the angels. $3 for the angels. 3. 3 looking for 4. Anybody advance on 3? $4 for the angels.
Green.
What's that?
Hornwort.
Yeah.
Hornwort, that's it. Hornwort from Florida, actually. Yeah, lot number 24.
$3 for the hornwort. $3 for the hornwort.
I thought I wrote it on there.
You didn't write on it.
I went back and
$3 for the hornwort.
Here.
Anybody $3 for the hornwort? We're gonna be here till 3 o'clock. 3 for the hornwort. Anybody $3 for the hornwort? $3? Nope.
Alright guys, and we are back from the Boston Aquarium Society spring auction. It is just about midnight, so we are definitely not going to upload this video tonight. But I did want to share with you what I got while I was there. Now, we're in the greenhouse, we're back at home, and we've got a tub here full of green water. There are some Daphnia swimming around in here, which is nice to see. So I'm not too concerned about the greenness of the water because it will clear up with those Daphnia. But we did pick up a few things at the BAS auction. So let's take a look at what we got. First up, we've got some mystery snails. And we've actually got 2 big bags of these. It looks like there's at least a dozen, maybe, yeah, it says 15 plus in each one of these bags. So hopefully these do well. It looks like these are sort of like the chestnut slash purple variety. I would say. We got some nice coloration. Every time I pick up mystery snails, I always think it's a good idea, and then one of them dies, and I remember how awful it smells when mystery snails die, and then I swear I'll never get them again, and here I am. I've got them again, so we'll see how they do. I haven't had really good luck keeping them indoors, but I figure maybe I'll keep them outdoors, and maybe they'll do better out in here. So again, we got another handful here. Yeah, I'd say there's definitely at least 15 in each bag here, so that should be plenty. Some of them are in pretty rough shape, like the tip is gone on that one. But I think all in all, you know, I should have quite a few survive here, which is all that matters. And guys, if you ever go to an auction, don't bring Ziploc bags. They always leak, and unless you've just got like a handful of plants that has no water at all in the bag, don't bring a Ziploc bag. Someone else is just gonna have to end up rebagging it, or it's gonna make a mess. So it looks like I got one empty shell here. I'll throw it in anyways. This guy looks like he's already coming out. So they are alive, which is good. And I figure I'll just put them in here for the night. It's warm enough out here in the greenhouse that they should do just fine overnight. And then I'll just check the temperature tomorrow. But we had a really warm day out today, and I'm surprised this water is, I don't know, it's probably around 70 degrees, something like that. So that's good. We've got some assorted plants. I got all of these plants that I'm going to show you for really cheap. If you're looking for a really cheap auction to go to, the Boston Aquarium Society is probably at the top of the list for how cheap lots go, which is good if you're there to buy stuff, because what is this, water Sprite? I got this bag of water Sprite for $3. I think every single bag of plants I got was $3. So even if this dies, I don't really care too much. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough being a seller at the Boston Aquarium Society events. I know people that have stopped going to the Boston Aquarium Society's auctions because they lose money every time they go. And I'll be honest, if I wasn't shooting this video, if I wasn't sure that I was going to find something like plants or snails that I needed, I probably wouldn't go either. And I say that because I really do want them to improve. The Boston Aquarium Society in general, like I go to plenty of auctions and they're all run really well, and I don't have, you know, too many problems with them. But when the feedback that you start getting is that it's a waste of time to go to these things, that's when you know you got to make a change. So I don't necessarily know what that change is, but I do know that I sat there for 4 or 5 hours, and you can't really cash out until the very end because of just the way that they do it. So you kind of feel like you're held hostage there. Like you don't get your money unless you sit there till the end, basically, to get cashed out. You can't, it's difficult to leave early. So there's that. I'm not a huge fan of that. Right here we have some dwarf water lettuce. We had some of this last year in some of our tubs, and it died back to basically nothing indoors over the winter. So I've got a nice big handful of this stuff. I think what I'm going to do is just toss that straight into a couple of these tubs here, and let it spread out, and hopefully we get some of this stuff growing in these tubs and multiplying, because I do like this stuff. It is one of my favorites, and I was happy to see it. Again, I think I got this for $3. $3 a bag. And you might notice I'm just dumping all of this bag water into this tub. This is an outdoor pond. This is an outdoor tub. Like, honestly, what's going to happen is I'm going to pick these plants out and then I'm just going to dump the water. There's nothing out here that's valuable. There's nothing out here, you know, like fish-wise, that could catch a disease. I've got feeder goldfish in my 1,000-gallon pond, so not too worried about it. It is best practice to not do that, but here I am at midnight unbagging plants because I was stuck for 5 hours at this auction. Anyways, that's just the tired talking, I'm sure. This is actually the thing I was most excited for of the whole thing. This is a bag of frog bit, and again, I got it for $5. Frog bit is the one floating plant that I was not able to get my hands on last year, so finding it this early in the year is pretty exciting. And again, this is a nice big healthy handful, and I think what I'm going to do is just toss half of it in one tub and half in the other tub, and hopefully it starts to multiply. You've got the like little lily pads and then the roots down below it. Nice little floating plant. So we'll toss some in there, toss some over here, and hopefully that does well for us. I would be really happy if I had a whole tub full of frog bit this year. That would be pretty cool. And the last thing that we got is something that might be difficult to take a look at. And I'm not actually sure of the name here. It says heteratoma, heteraphroma, something. It is a very, very small live bearer with sort of like a speckled side to it. Supposedly they can tolerate slightly lower temperatures, which is precisely why I got them out here for the greenhouse. So we got a nice little starter colony of these fish, and I figured maybe this is the first fish that we move out here. So I'm actually going to acclimate these guys indoors because I think it's only fair to acclimate them indoors, and I'll do a little bit of research on what these actually are. They've got like a black band down the middle of the fish. They're very small. They're like, it looks like they max out, like adult size looks like it maxes out at like a half an inch or something. Anyways, if you know what this fish is, let me know. It's kind of hard to see, again, because it's in an unusual container here, but I would say I probably got at least a dozen, if not a dozen and a half little baby fish in there. So this I'm bringing inside and I'll acclimate. The rest is staying out here for the night, and I guess that's gonna do it for this video. I apologize for not uploading this in time. I wasn't expecting to spend 5 hours at that auction. So anyways, you know, I hope the Boston Aquarium Society takes it as a little bit of a learning experience. You know, I think they had around 50 people at the event, which isn't too bad. But it was on a Monday night. They could have easily done it on like a weekend, and they could have gotten a lot more people to come out. So I know they're kind of limited to the size of the room that they have available to them, and you know, there's a whole slew of different reasons why they do it the way they do it. But all in all, you know, when you compare it to any of the other local auctions, it's just a little fast and loose. And you know, when people aren't happy with the result in terms of like the amount of money they made or lost, and they decide not to come back, that's when you know you got to make a change. So hopefully they do, and hopefully I'll be back. But again, I get a little cranky when I'm tired, and I am tired, so we'll just leave it at that. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. We will certainly take a closer look at these fish and the snails in future videos, but for now we're going to leave these guys alone, let them go to bed, and I'll go to bed too. And then hopefully we can you know, pick up where we left off in next week's video. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed. I know it's a little low energy here past midnight, but hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later.